So I'm back at the Chelsea Hotel, and sure enough, as soon as I get to New York, there's people jumping over the barriers, crime and stuff. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't get the right place here last time. I knew that the Sid and Nancy thing was room 100, so I assumed it'd be the ground floor, but it's not, it was the floor above. So, and it was also a corner room. And the work I've done, so I'm going to try and get inside. I believe you can go in there and have a drink, at least so my friend Joel says, but we'll find out. But I believe it's not that one, but it's the one at the back of the hotel in the location of where that room is. So all the way through the building to the back, that would have been room 100, where Nancy Spungen died on the 12th of October 78. Maybe killed by Sid Vicious, maybe killed by someone else. Well, let's see if I can get in and have a drink. If I can have a drink, let's see if I can find the room. Here I am inside the Chelsea, and there's a staircase going up right next to the concierge desk, so I might get to see the side of the room, but let's go. Should we go and have a drink? I'm in the Chelsea Hotel. Madness! That used to be a frozen Hemingway daiquiri, and I should be looking for those in future. Holy crap, I made it. No one questioned me. $110, 1C. 1E, 1F. This is it, folks. This is it. This is where room 100 was. It's behind this door is the bathroom where Nancy Spungen was killed. It's been knocked through so that the room's sort of different, but this is it. This is where Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen stayed. Wow. Oh, naughty me. Just after I'd filmed that, one of the staff came round and asked me to go back downstairs. He was polite and he didn't mind, but I shouldn't have been there, and I apologised that I had no idea that I wasn't allowed to, which is true, although I kind of guessed I shouldn't. But I've worked out it's not over there at all. It's here. It's these buildings. It's these rooms at the very front. So I was right when I was last here. I was just on the wrong floor. At least from having walked up the stairs, that's the direction it seemed to be anyway. I'm now going up onto the High Line, which is something I meant to do in March and didn't because I ran out of time. One of the many reasons which I came back. And the High Line is a long stretch of track which used to belong to the old elevated railroad, of which there's much old film. Ancient thing went all the way back to the 1800s, and it's now been turned into basically a lovely little walkway above the city, all plant pots and trees and things, and I'm assuming safe at night because it's a nice thing rather than a nasty thing. Oh yeah, this looks fine. Well lit. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. There's loads of people walking up here. What a fun little oasis. So these, look, it's even the rail tracks are still here. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm glad I came at night. Look, Empire State Building over there. Empire State Building. I can't not show the Empire State Building every time I see it. Don't know if you can hear it on the video, the cicadas smashing. Hey, I chanced upon it on my way to the subway station. This is the McGraw Hill waterfall. It's between 7th and 6th Avenues and I think 46th and 47th Street. It's here as a little place of contemplation for the hard-pressed city workers who are all scumbags. Reminds me of the statues in Singapore depicting the paparazzi around the Raffles area. I wonder if they're done by the same artist. Oh, Julian Mark. Oh, there we are. I have no idea who they are. So I found this on a YouTube video. This guy does lots of New York videos saying that, you know, 10 hidden gems of New York, and this is one of them. I wouldn't quite call it a gem, but it's definitely something to stop off and see. You look at it long enough and the water starts talking to you. Kill them, kill them, except with an American accent. Kill them, kill them. I'm in the Bronx. And at the Bob Marley convenience, no toilet, no poo. So there they are, the Joker Steps, properly known as the Shakespeare Steps. Meant to be full of tourists, but it's only locals walking around because I've got here before at 9 in the morning. I may have just done a little video. Right, down to the Statue of Liberty. Wow, the weather is a lot nicer than when I was here in March. A lot nicer. So that's Castle Clinton in front of me. And that's where I'm supposed to check in and get on board. I am such an idiot. I booked my Crown ticket months in advance, and it was for yesterday when I was still on the train. Now, although those things are specified times, limitations, I get no refund on any of it, so I couldn't just transfer a regular access to the Statue of Liberty for today. Although I'm sure if I just bought a regular ticket online I could have done so, so I've had to buy a whole new ticket. I mean, it's only $25, but it's annoying. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, when he said, sorry brother, this is for yesterday, I thought, that's it, I'm not going to get to the island at all. Then I quickly realised, oh, I can still get there, I just can't get up in the Crown. So Manhattan's going to keep me coming back, I think. Anyway, security screening. see Island, there's Manhattan over there. She looks different from this angle. Her face has melted as she's changed arms. Just going around the museum now, seeing a very schmaltzy and OTT video about the meaning of liberty, but about building this as well. So there are reproductions of models that he took inspiration from, working models either side there. This is the actual, genuine, original, finished scale model that he made. Bertoldi is his name, and the one from which the Statue of Liberty was made, but it's a bit bigger than this. Here's the museum. I'm here so you don't have to be. It's the actual dedication plaque that was attached to the statue when it was first opened, just saying Bonjour tout le monde, c'est un cadeau aux Français. This is what interests me here. Not bothered about this business. Photos of each other. Let's walk around the back. People are taking photographs of photos of themselves. This is what I'm interested in. I suppose it's a clever thing. Everybody sees photos of each other. So that's Zardoz there. But here's what I've come to see. The original torch. It's only taken down from the statue in 1984. Well, I didn't know that. I thought it was taken down much longer ago than that. So, yeah, that's nice, isn't it? In we go. Here's a mental thing. Big style airport security to actually get onto the island in the first place from the mainland. And when you want to get to the statue, they do the whole thing again. How are you going to get items for terrorism between getting off the boat and getting into the OTT? So, yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up, kids. I've had to leave Heffy in a locker. I'm not even allowed to take a bag in here. So I've just got my camera and my phone. Stairs, 5 to 10 minutes to the top. Let's do the stairs. I might regret this, but I think I can do it. If I manage the Mediterranean steps in Gibraltar, I can definitely do this. So this is a museum inside the pedestal. It's not engaging me too much because it's all about how they built it rather than history. So I'll stop filming this bit. I'm in the pedestal, by the way. And there we are, the error I made by booking my ticket for yesterday and getting the date wrong. I should have been going up there, because now it goes up right into the crown. But nevertheless, I'm at the pedestal, which is right here. I still did 176 steps. Okay, here's weird. Look at this for a weird angle. It's freaky. Oh God, I feel like I look up, I'm going to fall out over it. So that's just going on down there. Just building a great big graveyard at the bottom. So there's New York over there. There she is again. It's so weird. There's a little pan over Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. It's Ellis Island just down there. Going back down was easier than going up. So this is the cornerstone of the old statue. If I pulled that out, it'll come down. So it wasn't a very difficult climb to get up there. When I was holding on to the handrails by the time I got to the top, but I wasn't like, out of breath or anything. And it was about the same again to get to the roof. Not the roof, the crown. But that bitch thwarted me. You can see how long this panel's been here. It shows you the Manhattan skyline, points out the important buildings. And look what's there. I am Liberty. You didn't expect me to have this voice. My arm hurts. And here we are, pretty amazing view on a lovely day as well. Glad I didn't come out here in March, the weather was awful then. Da 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 da. There she is. Big old coppery lady. Could I have a bun, please? Effie, I'm trying to film the Statue of Liberty.
Well, there's time for that later. At the moment, I would like a bun.
I can't, there's no buns here. We're on Liberty Island. There's no...
I don't think we are.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're on the train.
No, that was yesterday. Look behind you. No, behind you.
Oh, that way.
Oh. Heffy, look at the big statue. No, the statue behind you.
There is a statue behind me.
There is a great big statue behind you. It's one of the most famous statues in the world.
I think I'd know if there was a statue there. Oh, that one. I've seen that before.
When have you seen it before?
I've been here before.
You haven't been here before.
I have been here before.
I shall be heading off to Ellis Island in a moment. Still so much to do, but it's a fantastic view. I just wish the way it was viewed was a little less cheesy. Let's talk about liberty and freedom and all that stuff when there's a country where there's so many people who live without it. And now I'm at Ellis Island. Look at this for a bloody big building.
Started as you climb the stairs. Continue here.
So this is the registration room at Ellis Island. It's big.
Looking for the disease trachoma.
This is where people be assessed. More like an inspection sort of place.
Benches. You should do as he asks and move over to the benches at the other end of the hall. The darker benches are with its high arched ceiling overhead.
Original benches.
Have you ever been in a room this large? Probably not. And the building
I shall sit.
looks like a palace. You are impressed.
So about 10% ended up here at the hearing room, because they were judged in some way to be of not the right moral fibre or whatever, and 2 out of every 10 did get sent back, so that's 2% of people that landed here were deported again afterwards. You can't get in there because it's hermetically sealed, because if you go in there you blow up. I haven't had enough time, and I've gone round about 2/3 of the museum, skimming most of it. So it's a bit of a shame, but let's have a quick look at the ice cream exhibit, 'cause I've got to go. I've got to go up the Empire State Building in a minute, well, in an hour. Let's have a little walk around the island itself, rather than just this admissions building, because there's more to it than that, I'm sure. Less busy. My eyes are getting fuzzy, so I had to lean in close to read all the signs. It made me tired. Yeah, I won't get that one. I'll get the one after it. That's just still give me plenty of time. So this is the remains of Fort Gibson, which was here beforehand, and they found all these foundation stones was they're putting up this wall of honour with billions and billions of names, all people who agree that James Corden should never be allowed to return to the UK. Looks like I can't walk around the entire island. That's a no-no area. Looking at this, all this area is still blocked off and you can't get in there. Maybe that's part of the Ellis Island thing they say they do hard hat tours of, because they've not been restored yet. A lot of work to go still if that's the case. Looks lovely from the outside, mind. There's another part of the old fort here, which is going to be of no interest to anyone. I mean, not even me that I'm filming it right now. But I hope this makes you happy. I hope this makes your life complete. Look at that. And now don't. Here comes in the next boat. Again, loads of buildings over there not open to the public.
If you have any questions or have an emergency while visiting,
Loads of it.
please contact the National Park Service Rangers or United States Park Service for assistance. And above all, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed your visit to the Statue of Liberty National Monument and Ellis Island. As you have had an opportunity to learn today, much has changed since Miss Liberty first set foot on what was then known as Bedloe's Island in 1886, and since Ellis Island first opened for business in 1892. In the 21st century, immigrants no longer pass through Ellis Island. Most now arrive by air instead of by sea. Gone are the giant steamships from which new immigrants could catch their first glimpses of Lady Liberty, downtown Manhattan, and the bustling port of New York. But some things have also remained the same. America is still a nation of immigrants, and New York City remains a gateway for many. Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty continue to serve as powerful beacons of freedom and opportunity throughout the nation and the world.
Stressy journey. The tube station didn't exist. It's just covered in roadworks, so I had to run to another one. And then that's lost 10 minutes of time and lots of swearing. And it meant also when I got off of that one, I had to run another 5 minutes across 2 blocks to get here. I made it, but I'm really stressed now. So this is not as good a day as yesterday. Midnight and the stars and you. those who know. Wendy! Yeah, so that shows you originally there were 6 different Empire State Buildings, and they pulled the others down because they got in the way and were useless. A lot of people didn't know that, as Michael Caine doesn't say. That man has balls of steel. Basically, this is the internet. I mean, not just for here. I mean, this is the internet for the world. It might be the relay controllers that ran the original elevators here, but it's the internet. Children's souls being eaten by the screens. The foolish children. That's the 1980s up there.
Thank you.
Welcome to the world's most famous building, and you get to see it built. Keep your arms and legs inside and keep your eyes open. See those hot rivets fly through the air? Nice catch, Lou! Get those planks out of the way, huh? Oh, hey, watch it! We're coming up here! Hey, Bucky, you gonna ride that thing all day? Do something useful, will you? All right, we're coming up to the 80th floor. You're headed to the top of the Empire State Building right here in the heart of New York City.
My ears popped.
All right, good job. Thank you.
And so here I am. Yay! It's not as good as Top of the Rock, but I knew it wouldn't be. It's just the fact I'm in the middle of the Empire State Building. I'm looking down towards Lower Manhattan from here. I think with a view on 9/11 must have been. Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island over there. I was there. So this is the actual picture by Stephen Wiltshire, the artist with the photographic memory. He took one 45-minute helicopter journey over New York and drew the entire metropolis from memory over the following 5 days. The mind's a crazy thing. And there was me, having booked the wrong ticket for the Statue of Liberty. View over the East River there. Chrysler building there. And still further up to go. We actually go right through the point at the top, and then we just float gently back down to earth. Now at the top, at the outside observation deck. I should have realised it came up further than that, and you could do an outside bit. See sun beginning to set over there. Now if I look up, there we are. That's the top of it. That's King Kong area. That is. No one comes here. It's very quiet. No tourists. East River again, Chrysler over there, bit of a zoom in. Looking out over Central Park there, see the Rockefeller Center's over there, that's where I was last time. And the Hudson's over there. Hopefully I'll get to be close up before I go, but just over this area. This is about where Captain Sully ditched the plane in the Hudson. There's either a sunset going on over there or it's a nuclear bomb. It's crazy. I've got the whole elevator going down to myself. Ascot, please. There's a bit lucky going on there. Ears are popping again.
Why not? Are we going to the Statue of Liberty today?
Yeah, we're gonna go there, Heffy.
Oh, good. Where is it?
It's behind you.
Oh, so it is.
Gracias. Dankeschön.
谢谢.
Merci. 감사합니다.
Yeah, ow.
Thank you.
Yeah, alright, yeah, cheers, thank you as well. Look at the Art Deco decor. Isn't that beautiful? So, I met up with my friend Peter, all the way up at West 86th Street to the west of Central Park. I saw his apartment and his incredible collection of 78s. Went out for a drink with him and his friend Mark afterwards. And now I'm about to go back to the hotel. I find myself in Times Square. It's almost like daylight here because there's so many. Crazy place. So many lit up billboards everywhere.
And me.
What?
And me. I'm an elephant in New York.
Yeah, thanks, Effie.
You're very welcome.
This is hilarious. I'm outside the Church of Scientology, and one of the rickshaw drivers just pulled up and is playing "I Will Survive" loudly through their doors, which I think is great. My hotel's just down there. I might get myself a slice of pizza. I got a slice of pizza. No regrets.
Is it a bun?
Effie, you know it's not a bun.
I can ask, can't I? Could I have a bun, please?
There's no buns here.
Why did you bring me here if there's no buns?
Because I thought you wanted to travel.
Oh, I do want to travel. Mind you, I have seen everywhere in the world by now.
Have you? Or where have you been?
I've been in the bag, I know that.
Have you?
Yeah, most of the time. Don't get to see anything else.
Apart from this pizza.
Apart from the pizza, yes.
It's Thursday morning. I leave late tonight. I'm about ready to go, but I don't really want to. Anyway, this is the Hudson. Now, I'm actually level about 4 blocks up, but this is about where the CCTV footage was of Captain Sully dumping the Airbus 320 by US Airways in the Hudson just past here on the January the 15th, 2009. Right, I've come further down, I'm between Piers 92, ruined, and Pier 90, with a great big ship there. So I'm now 1 pier away from where Sully landed. So this is closer. So the plane would have gone, yeah, but it wouldn't have actually landed there. So it would have been here. This is my finger, and it would have gone like this. I tell you, the turbulence was amazing. OMFG. Look at the size of this. Whole great big Disney Titanic. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I got the right spot. So there we are. Just walk through at the end of West 50th Street. So that is where the Airbus 320 hit the Hudson. I did it. Well, that's a thing, isn't it? I shall have to do that next time I am here. But now I cannot do it because I have things to do. But that's a thing. A massive train yard over there. All these are waiting to get into London Waterloo. They're stuck just outside it, right, commuters? So I'm back on the High Line. Again, it's lovely up here. Part of the entrance was is blocked off for restoration, or it's had to come down a few more blocks. So there I'm walking on the track bed. And I thought this had been there for yonks, I thought it was the elevated railroad, and it had been here, and Edison had made some sound recordings of it really early in the early 1880s, but no, this is from 1929 onwards. That's basically made yesterday. This is so much more relaxing than being down on a sidewalk. What a great project. This could be my favourite thing in New York, you know. Having seen footage, and indeed having a video of the entire thing, this feels weird. This is now the Duane Reade Pharmacy at the bottom of Avenue B and 2nd Street on the lower east side. And this was the site of the venue called the gas station, an abandoned gas station opened in 1987. a bit of an anarchic place where crazy left field artists made sculptures and put them on display in the yard. But the big thing is the 27th of June 1993. This was the location of the notorious G.G. Allin's final ever concert. They managed to play about 1.5 songs. I think he was naked on stage and already defecating. He was certainly fighting the audience. And the sound guy got so terrified that he shut himself in the sound booth and turned all the sound off. And then there was a bit of a riot of some description. And the band left the venue, and Gigi was walking around the streets around here for about an hour trying to get in a cab and get away because the police had been called. And there's video of all of this. And the video finished there, and then later that night he overdosed and died in a friend's apartment a few buildings up this street. So to think it all happened inside what is now that pharmacy. Let's have a little look through the windows, because this whole main part of the front here was the yard. So I guess it's further at the back, further around there was where the band were playing. And I had no idea how close it would be. So he's walking around for an hour trying to find somewhere to go. And then he simply goes 3 buildings down the street and he ends up here at St. Mark's Place, 28 Avenue B. And he's a friend of his who was at the gig, lived there. Don't know which one, but it's one of these rooms on the top floor. And it's in one of those rooms where he OD'd later that night and died. And there's even film of his funeral with an open casket coffin. He hadn't been embalmed or anything. It's grim, rock and roll lifestyle. Not a man I admire, I have to say, but the ultimate rock and roller. So here's a sad location. I must say this is a pretty poor area, at least it certainly was further south. It absolutely stunk to high heaven. But this is 371 East 10th Street. And we don't know which room it was in. It's not recorded anywhere. But in October 1968, a couple of kids playing around this apartment block when it was derelict at the time, they stumbled upon the body of a young man surrounded by beer bottles and religious pamphlets, just lying on a cot in a room. I had no idea who he was. He had no ID with him. They found out that he died through hardening of the arteries through drug and alcohol abuse, and he was buried anonymously in Hart Island in the Bronx, and no one knows where it is, but it was found out years later that it was Bobby Driscoll. And Bobby Driscoll was one of Disney's child stars in the late 40s. He was in Song of the South, The Window. He voiced Peter Pan. He was Jim Hawkins in Treasure Island. And when he hit his teenage years, they just stopped employing him. He didn't have the look that he had when he was younger, and he had bad acne, and Disney just chucked him, and he had no career after that. His final film was The Party Crashers when he was 20 in 1958. But he did a short with Andy Warhol called Dirt in 1965. He's in it for seconds at the end, dressed like a nun. But God knows what that was all about. And yeah, he was 30 when he died. And this is the building where it happened. It's a sad story. I meant to come here last time, but it was too far out of the main area to do so. So anyone who lives in that building, it's just not knowing where it is, anyone who lives in that building could live in the space where Peter Pan died. Now here's some bus. Look, all done with lights and happiness. Obviously it's a Jewish thing, but the stuff, the text on there is so fundamentalist. Some of it would be hate speech in the UK. Across the road is 50 Murray Street. It's a big building. Now at the back of this building there is an 18-inch wide space between that and 51 Park Street on the other side, which I'll film in a minute. And in April 2013, so that's nearly 12 years after 9/11, the landing gear of one of the planes that hit the Twin Towers was found in the 18-inch gap between the two buildings. The chances of it flying through that tiny little gap on a trajectory down and landing there and then staying there for 12 years, and it wouldn't have been noticed because no one ever went there. They were just doing some work behind it, and finding it there is just remarkable and weird. I'm now on Park Place. Now, I could be wrong, but you know, I don't think I am. There is a big gap where a building's been taken down over there, and I think that may be where 51 Park Place was. There was renovations going on there, so it was 12 years ago. They were turning it into a community centre. And I don't see any numbers on anything, but none of these buildings to me look like there's 53 there, so that would have been 51, and it's gone, it's been demolished now, which leaves us with a really strange situation, because if I cross the street and I avoid traffic, as in most building sites, they put little perspex windows inside, and that means, incredibly and bizarrely, you can see the spot where the landing gear landed. It's in that area, just pretty much against the wall, well, pretty much where that kind of the steel structure is at the end there. Wow. And see how far down it came. Look, come all the way down. It's gone from the plane all the way down that building, and then landing down there in an 18-inch space. Madness. I'm very near ground zero, and there's a rolling text thing on the building over there, and it's talking about how the skyscraper isn't a plume of smoke over the city. The plume of smoke is a poison, and the skyscraper is just the instrument from it. And it got rid of land congestion, and it was a common good for the city and all that stuff. And that's the One World Tower just over here. Not this thing, that's just a block over here. There we are. And funnily enough, it started spitting with rain, and when I was here in March it was proper raining. It's not cold though, I'm still okay with that. So I've got an hour and a half before the walking tour starts. I'll sit down somewhere and contemplate. I dare say I'll be coming back here with the tour. It'd be a strange tour if I wasn't. But this is the massive space where the Twin Towers stood. I'm going to go back down to the memory pools, which are down there. Back again at the site of the North Tower, first to be hit, second to fall. Weather better than March, though still spitting with rain. And now I know that we're actually standing inside the building, because the footprint of this pool is within where the building was, so we're standing technically inside the North Tower. Ay, ay, ay. The mood seems more suitable today. It's not kids running around shouting. People look serious, mostly. Now here's the thing that seems typically American. I've been watching TV whilst I've been in New York, and there's loads of commercials for people to claim with lawyers if they were in any way involved in 9/11, all the way up to Canal Street, if you were in that vicinity during the day of the attack or for several days afterwards. Because people have died from inhaling the dust, you know, that would contain all sorts of dangerous, lethal toxins, and people are still having health issues and dying from it now. The legal, the leeches have managed to find a way to keep it going. So over 20 years later, that they're showing ads on TV for people. If you were witness to 9/11, if you were anywhere in the area, get in touch with us. There's a claim. and it's just weird. Monks. More monks. And here at the site of the South Tower, second to be hit, first to fall. When I was here in March, there was no water inside it. It was all dried out, but today it's like the other one. No, I'm still not totally sure what the water and everything that's dropping down is meant to mean. Because the obvious thing is something falling, and I don't think that's meant to be the point. I need to read up onto why.
It is. That's just what it looks like. Yeah, when there's a window washer on the side and construction, because if anyone has been to Chicago, is where our memorial waterfalls are today. So where we're going to see the reflective pools, those waterfalls, those are in the exact footprints of the Twin Towers. So on this original map, Tower 1, that was the tallest one, that was the one with the spire. 2 was his twin, fraternal twins. 2 was a little bit shorter, didn't have a spire. 3 was the hotel. So it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Building number 7 was to the side, or World Trade. It's the blue right beyond 3. We haven't built 5 yet, it's going to be an office tower. We haven't built 6 yet, it's going to be an office tower. We built 7 first. So that's 40, like little blue guy to the right. I say little, he's 47 stories tall. That is 7 World Trade. Now 7 was actually built first because 7 is the shortest and the least complicated of the buildings. The subways tend to go north and south, so up is north, down is south. And then it's the buses that go east and west. But like I said, Manhattan's only 2 miles wide at its widest. So most people just walk east and west and take the subways. So I promised I would answer that question. This building is called Oculus. Oculus means eye. If you stand... Oh, that's a great question. So forgive me, I forget the name, but that's the old newspaper building. That red one is the old newspaper building. Only the exterior. So if you were to go inside, that's the subway. So you show a rebuilding of Battery Park City, but a rebuilding of our fire department. So we lost 6 of our bravest. We call our firefighters our bravest. No, if you don't mind, my friend, I feel like a little bit of
It's the word. You know me. I had to see on a guy from Italy because he didn't believe that there was more than 2 buildings.
See?
He's from Italy. He said, no, you don't know. No, you don't know.
Not to name drop too much, but if we have any Saturday Night Live fans, Pete Davidson, that was his father.
We saw it on his phone. He's like, he didn't want to believe me about the women firefighters coming out. Some people just don't get it because they're not realizing they change the whole world. Really? Firefighters? Just like they did in New York. Look and learn. Teach the young ones my main concern. History, don't let it be a mystery. 16.5 acres. What used to be there?
Now, nobody actually thought they were going to find that sphere again. But when the city called the artist and said, hey, we found
So this
your
sphere used to be at the bottom of the World Trade Centers. It was in a fountain at the base of them. And of course it was underneath both towers when they fell. My God.
Trying to create a symbol of world peace. He felt like he failed. We'll get a slightly better look. Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I realized I was stepping in.
So this tree survived the attack.
So this is the survivor tree, my friends. This is a calorie pear tree. Now this type of tree has been real common in New York since the 1960s, and just like the city, when this thing blooms, it's got little white flowers, it is absolutely gorgeous. But on a hot spring...
With Alice. And now in the exhibition. that was very moving. Not too proud to admit that, to deny that I cried a few times. So this is from the building at the point of impact when the first plane hit. And this is the exact spot where the bomb went off in the car park of the North Tower in 1993. This is people escaping on the set of stairs right next to the Twin Towers. And this is the very same escalator and set of stairs. In situ, I mean, this is where where it was. This is the staircase in place. So it's outside the Twin Towers, and people are getting away from it through a nearby plaza. They use this staircase. I mean, just look how it's been destroyed. Oh boy. This is the actual footprint of the South Tower in situ. I'm finding this exhibition quite difficult. It's fantastically presented, but it's hard going. So the very top of these, that's where on the 96th floor. That's the point of impact where the plane went through. So there we are down at bedrock level. There's the base of the South Tower. Wow. I mean, wow. This is part of the antenna from the North Tower. Wow. This is the remains of Ladder 3. Fire engine, obviously the Twin Towers fell on top of it. That was the captain's helmet. Wow.
all the artifacts are in this room. If they have any comes out, if you do it, do that, close the crib.
So this is the main exhibition part through there, and this is the heavy stuff is through there. There's no photography, so I won't do. I've been advised by Alice the guide that this is pretty daunting. It's bad enough. Had enough the feelings of being here. Still, let's go ahead. That was heavy. Especially the section showing photographs of people jumping from the building. That was heavy. So down in the main, I've got to go now because it's far too long. So that's the retaining wall against the Hudson, flooding it. Right, I've got to go. So 2 hours here wasn't enough. It's a 3, maybe 4 hour job to do it properly. Little tip for you. Anyway, back to the hotel, get my stuff, and then off to JFK. So, I've got the bag. I'm on the E train to JFK now, and I am ready to sleep. So heavy. We're at JFK Airport, and it's time to go back home. Hello. You booking backwards? No, you're holding me up. Well, I don't want to give away the trade secrets. Oh no, not giving away any that. Shall I walk normally? Okay, you walk normally. Okay, one moment. Is this normal walking? That's normal walking. Oh, I'm very glad about that. Okay, carry on to gate 18. Don't worry about all the other travellers thinking that there's something wrong with you. No, I'm not worried about that. I'll never see him again. I couldn't give a damn what they think anyway. Where are we going? We're going to go home. Oh, I thought we were going on holiday. We've just been on holiday. No, I don't remember that. Wade's been in America for the last week. No, I don't think so. Where are we going? Effie, we're going to go to gate 18. Oh, really? And what's there? Well, that's for the plane. Oh, of course, we're going on holiday. I'm on the plane, but the good news is I have a treble seat to myself. That's better than business class. The whole thing to just me, which is brilliant. Plane's pulling out now. Hello. Hello, Heffy. Just flick my hair back like that. Like that. Well, I think we're about to start a holiday. Effie, we're not starting a holiday, we're finishing a holiday. Oh, we'll finish it eventually, yes. But I think we're having a holiday at the moment. No, we're flying back to the UK. We haven't even left it yet, have we? Yes. We've had a week away. Well, I don't remember that.
Cabin crew prepared for safety demonstration.
Look at the rain outside. Managed to avoid that all week. Well, I think the plane's going to take off now and take us away to where we're going. So, you turn that off, please. Turn it off.